Hello, I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and today I'm going to talk to you about the biggest mistakes I see golfers make. So if this is your first time to this channel, welcome. This channel is all about helping you play better golf and lowering your golf score. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to the channel. You get notified of every single video that I release every Monday, and currently I've got a Thursday series which is called a 2-Minute Thursday. So don't forget to click the bell icon and you're notified of everything that I do. So in this video today, I'm going to show you the biggest mistakes I see people make. Now stay tuned right until the end because I've got a little special offer for you. Okay, big mistake number one, and this is huge. The golfers that I see out on the golf course start out with a plan in mind, and they've got a positive mindset, and they go and play their game of golf, and it all goes awry, usually in the first hole, maybe the first couple of holes, and they start hitting the ball badly. So what do? You got it. They try and fix their golf swing. There is nothing worse in the middle of a game of golf than you trying to fix your golf swing. In trying to fix your swing, you're going to be trying different things and guessing to a large extent what's wrong, and you'll think of different things that have worked in the past and you'll try them. While you're doing that, your score is probably blowing out, and you'll have a few 7s and 8s, and by then the day's done. But what I do know is eventually you'll click on that right thought and you think, that's it, fantastic, and then you're right for the rest of the round. But the problem is your round's done and dusted. You're out of contention, you've had a really bad score. I can tell you what the best players in the world do. If they know it's not their day, and they usually find out on the range because they do go and practice before their round. They're on the range, and if they know that the driver's not working that day, they usually have a go-to shot with the driver. And they just stick with that go-to. But if even on the range the go-to with the driver's not working, they'll go to plan C. So plan B was their go-to. Plan C is hit a 3-wood off the tee. They might even have a plan D where they might hit a hybrid off the tee or even an iron. You've got to develop ways of not worrying about your golf swing. Fix your golf swing when you've finished your game of golf. There's plenty of time to do that between now and the next round of golf. Get out in the golf course. And there's a saying on the tour, hit the fade and get paid. So it's a really good thing to do. If you're slicing the ball, just aim it left, start the ball a little bit further left than you normally do, and just let it happen. Don't try and fix it. Play with it the best way you can. You may not be happy about it, it might not feel great, but it's probably going to stop you from having those really, really bad scores, and it might be able to make an 8 into a 6. So we want to get the best out of what we've got. So don't fix your golf swing in the middle of a game of golf. Really bad thing. And of course the second biggest mistake that I see, and the fact that you're here watching me now tells me that you're making that mistake now, and I'm part of the problem, I know. Stop looking at YouTube trying to fix your golf swing. YouTube is part of the problem. I create YouTube videos, I'm certainly part of the problem. And it's not that I'm giving you bad advice or anyone else is giving you bad advice, but they're not giving you specifically advice. So for instance, you're watching this now. There's every chance I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. I don't know whether you're male or female. I don't know what movement pattern you have, what injuries you have. I really don't know that much about you. How can I possibly fix your golf swing? I can make a generic video and say, yeah, you should be able to do this and do that, and that can help, but I'm not being specific. So the problem with YouTube is it's not specific. So I would be tending to, instead of trying to search for swing fixes, go and consult a PGA golf professional and who can see you and then give you the best path forward from that position. So that is the best way. Don't look at YouTube for that. You may have noticed in my channel, I'm steering away from swing fixes. I'm trying to help you to lower your score. That's really important to me. I see so many clients come to me and they're worried about their golf swing and they want to fix their swing, but their score just isn't improving because they're just not working on the right thing. So try and stop looking at YouTube, except for mine. You can always look at mine. I need more. I want to grow. I want to catch some of these English golf pros who have got thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm only a measly 9,000 and something. So I'll keep putting them out there, but remember, I'm trying to lower your score more so than fix your golf swing. So the third biggest mistake I see golfers make is they're just not making the best use of their practice time. The good thing is I see a lot of people practicing. I work at a public golf course where there's a golf range, and there are a lot of people out on that range. So currently on the range it's chock-a-block, and there's about a 10 to 15 minute wait to get on and use the range. So it's great that a lot of people are practicing, but currently the practice putting green is totally empty. There is not a soul. We've got 2 practice putting greens here. No one is standing on the putting green, on either of them. So I think the mix is wrong. So tour players don't spend as much time as you think whacking golf balls on the golf range. So I'm not asking you to practice more than you currently do, although if you currently don't practice at all, I would encourage you to do some practice of some description. But what I'm going to do is trying to give you the best mix of practice that you should be doing. So let's just say you have an hour every week that you can practice. So the best use of that hour is what I'm after. So we should be dividing that hour into 2 30-minute segments. So the first 30-minute segment is we work on your long game. That's irons, fairway woods, hybrids, drivers, all of that. So you can work on your little mechanical issues, the drills that your golf instructor has tried to get you to do. That's where you would work on those things. So that's 30 minutes a week on that. Now that may not be 30 minutes in one session, but we want roughly a total of 30 minutes on that. Of the remaining 30 minutes, I want half of that to be on putting. So that's 15 minutes solely on the skill of putting. The remaining 15 minutes I want you to break up into chipping, pitching and bunker shots. So it's really important that we do a little bit of each of those, but 50% of that half an hour should be on the skill of putting. The average amount of time PGA Tour players, in fact PGA Tour players, any golf pro playing on any tour, anywhere in the world, male or female, but the average amount of time spent practicing the skill of putting is between 5 and 10 hours. There are exceptions. Jason Day's one of them. He's 20 hours a week. But most of them are between 5 and 10. The average club golfer spends 10 minutes practicing their putting, and that's 5 minutes before they tee off on the first round and 5 minutes before they tee off on the second round. That's not putting practice, that's just a warm-up. So I want some extra work done on that putting. So if you can make the best use of that practice time, of course if you've got 2 hours you can work and use the same formula, you just double everything. But whatever practice time you have, we don't want to waste it. We want to get the most out of that practice time that you can possibly get. Don't forget, some of the putting stuff you can do inside the house. So in the not too distant future I'm going to have a whole series just on the skill of putting. So that's coming up in a few weeks time, and I think there'll be some good stuff. So that's just a bit of advance notice on what I'm trying to do. And the fourth biggest mistake I see most people make is they really overestimate how far they hit the golf ball, not only off the tee, but in particular with their irons. It's just amazing how many times people do overestimate the length they hit the ball. And what it is, they're remembering that the best shot they ever hit with that 7-iron went 150 yards. They forget they've only done that once in their lives, but they did hit it, so they think, oh, my 7-iron goes 150 yards. The truth of the matter is they probably only hit it about 130 yards. But they're thinking 150, they hit it 130, where's the ball going to end up? Short of the green, pretty much every time. So that's why people underestimate it. I'm not saying they can't hit it 150, they can, and I'm probably being a bit harsh saying that they've only hit it once 150. But they're probably only hitting it 150 1, 2, 3 times out of 10. So what we want is we want an average. And these days with all the different flight scope launch monitors and all the different launch monitors that are available, there's a whole tribe of them, you can sort of get to within a bit of a feel for where your short one goes, where your big one goes, and somewhere in the middle it lies reality. It's also an interesting fact that 65% of all club golfers miss the green front right. Yep, front right. That's the biggest miss, overwhelmingly, of club golfers all around the world. And this is all being picked up by data and all of the different apps that are around. There was a study done that was collected, and 65% of people miss front right. So what can we learn from that? Well, this green here is 35 yards from the very front to the back. So if it's 35 yards, it's actually, let's say it's a 9-iron to the front of the green, and we say that there's best part of 7 to 8 yards between each club. Even if we say there's 10, which there isn't, but if we say there's 10, that's 3.5 clubs difference from the front to the back. So it's a 9-iron to the front, it's an 8-iron to the front third, it's a 7-iron sort of to the middle, it's a 6-iron toward the back, and it's probably a 5-iron to the back. So we go from a 9-iron to the front, 5-iron to the back, and sure, the pin is down front today, but you can start to see how much room there is. And if you've got a GPS or a radar of some description, or a measuring device that you use, one of those scopes to actually get the exact yardage, get one from the front of the green and to the back of the green. Find out how much room there is past the flagstick to the back of the green. It's really important. That's the distance that I always want to know. What is it to the front? What is it to the back? And where's the pin? So you can make the best use of this data. 65% missing front right. So if you hit one extra club than you think, and I'm not talking about 100 yards or less, I'm talking about over 100. From 100 yards or less, we're looking at wedges in most cases, and we want to be as accurate as we can with wedges. But without irons, hit one club more than you think, aim it just a fraction left of where you would normally hit it, and you're going to boost that statistic. You're going to get the ball on the green, so you're saving a shot. So you'll get it on the green 2-putt instead of having to then chip it on and 2-putt. That's a shot saved, and if you can do that 6 times in a round, where you would have finished front right, there's 6 shots saved. Haven't changed your golf swing. All we're doing is we're adding one club, aiming at a fraction left, and you're going to hit more greens in regulation. And my final biggest mistake I see golfers make, it's really simple. It's probably the easiest thing of all to fix. People try and chip the golf ball with clubs that have too much loft. What is a chip shot short for? It's short for a chip and run, and people forget the running part. What is it that makes the ball run when you play a chip shot? It is the lack of loft on the golf club. If you're using a lofted club to try and chip and run with, you've got to do something in your golf swing to try and help make the ball run. It is so much easier to use a straighter faced golf club to chip and make it run. Even to the point where I really do recommend chipping with a driver, a fairway wood or a hybrid. The driver in particular, I'm probably the only golf pro in the world that's telling anyone to be able to chip with a driver. Give it a go, it's a heap of fun, and it's amazing how easy it is. Sure, it's very long in the shaft, a little bit harder to control, but it's got such a big head on it that if you mishit it, it still goes okay. It hasn't got that much loft, somewhere between 7 and 12 degrees is what it's going to be. So there's no iron in the bag that's got that lack of loft, and you'll just find it just makes it so much easier to get the ball rolling, and that's what we want to do. So my advice is chip with clubs that are straighter faced. Obviously, if you've got a bunker in the way, you can't chip it. You should be pitching it. But a chip is just where nothing's in the way. We just let the ball roll, and it's such an easy shot. So they're my 5 tips on the biggest mistakes I see golfers make. There are plenty more. I've just narrowed it down to 5 for this video. I will be making more videos in the future on a similar topic, but give it a go. Every one of those is very easy to try and incorporate into your game. Most of them don't really require skill changes or swing changes. You can implement them pretty much in any round you like, but they're all simple to do and well worth it. So at the beginning of the video, I did make a statement and I said I had a special offer for you. So my special offer is that you'll see on the screen the cover of a handout that I've prepared, and that's my keys to lowering your golf score. So if you'd like a copy of this, the link is in the description below. Click on that, absolutely free of charge, and I've had some great feedback from people, and they've told me that it has helped lower their golf score, and I'd like for you to do the same. So click on the link. Thank you for letting me help you with your golf. I'm Brian Fitzgerald, the Golf Doctor, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.